Leo, hi. So this is going to be a reading for April 15th through the 21st. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Leo. What do we got? We got stuff. The overall energy for the reading, the moon. We got stuff that we can't see quite well. So there's something that's not necessarily revealed here as an energy that's kind of lurking around and you're not kind of pinpointing it to see what it is. So there's definitely some things you may not see clearly. Okay. In the recent past, the Hermit, the Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords. All right, you're showing me here potentially a friendship. I don't know. You're giving me a sense of a bond you have with someone, maybe. Again, maybe a friendship, maybe even more than that. But it's struggling a little bit. By the looks of it, it's not a lot. It's just a little something. But there is healing over that. So, okay. Now, in the current situation, the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Cups. Man, you're heading in the direction of happiness here by the looks of it. Or you're kind of following your heart towards what you feel makes you happy. Okay. In the immediate future, the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Empress. That's where it's at. That's where the moon energy is at. You're having a hard time letting go of something here, which creates a lot of overthinking. And it just prevents you from actually getting in touch with yourself and going from what you feel rather than what you think. You know, because in the present situation, you're looking a little more aligned and kind of going from the premises of what you feel. Whereas in the immediate future, you're starting to overthink things a little bit, which prevents, it just blocks your heart. So it prevents you from connecting to what you really feel here. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what's going on. Let me do the moon. Oh, yeah, there's already a whole lot of overthinking here. The Nine of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Nine of Cups. Yeah, if you're too much in your head here, and it looks like you are, you might actually get disconnected from how you feel, basically. And that's exactly what's happening here. And you're not necessarily aware of that, which is telling me that you may be up here for, you know, a little too long than you would want, and you're not even necessarily realizing that everything you do at this time, it's coming from a place of, you know, instead of silence, clarity. So you're not catching yourself there. Okay. Let me do the Hermit in the recent past. The Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles. Man, that's a lot of healing there. Especially for self, which I feel like impacted this connection you may have had with someone. We'll get to it. But that's a lot of self-care, which reflects in whatever this is. So let's do the Three of Pentacles. Interesting. The Eight of Swords, the Empress, which both of them are right here too, and the Nine of Wands. Why is there, you have a little bit of a blockage somewhere where it's like, yes, there's been a lot of healing, and you want to bring all of that energy that you know, you've worked on for yourself. You want to bring it into this partnership, but it's not working out. Something is in the way. Something is preventing you showing up from this healing in this partnership. What is it? Well, there is another person at the other end of this, so I'm not sure where they're at here, you know, because it does take two to tango. So even if you were to have the best intentions and to show up from, a very caring place and things like that, I'm not sure where the other energy is at in this one. Because there seems to be a blockage in terms of, it almost looks like on top of this connection here, energetically speaking, there's a little bit of noise. There's a little bit of chatter, which is not great, energetically speaking. It's like, and it's the unhealthy one. So that could mean conflict. That could be, just not being on the same page. Let's do the Nine of Swords. Man. Yeah, this doesn't work here. For the Nine of Swords, you get the Ten of Swords, the King of Swords, the Page of Pentacles. So what I see here is two energies. Now you get to pick and choose which one is you, which one is the one you're dealing with. And also, again, either it's someone you're working with or a friendship, but I'll leave it open for that as well in terms of it could be more than that. I'm just not necessarily getting to that level. But there's two energies here. One that's coming from a place of feeling their way into it. One that's very practical, very logical about things. And try to put those together, they don't necessarily match. That's why there's this something with this connection where it's not allowing an organic flow to things. It almost looks like you're bumping heads for the smallest little things, basically. So I don't know. I don't see it closing off necessarily, the situation. It would look like it from many angles here, but I'm not feeling it that, oh yeah, you're done with this. Yeah, I don't think so. For the Knight of Swords, you get the Hermit, the Queen of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles. Well, that's interesting. I didn't expect such a twist. You stay in something like this for too long, if that's you with the open energies, you stay in something like this for too long, it'll kind of transfer onto you in terms of you'll start becoming that, basically. And I kind of see a little bit of that happening, where if this was you starting off from a place of, that alignment with yourself and not very much from the practical way of doing things. And like, you use that too, of course, but it's not your go-to, dealing with an energy like this and not finding a middle ground will actually kind of rub off on you. So I see that happening where slowly but surely, without potentially even realizing it, because that's why there's energies that you're not seeing clearly at play, you're turning a little too practical, about things here. Where you still have that side to you of that energetical openness, but it's starting to kind of blend into a more practical kind of way of doing things too. Okay. Let's do, which at this point in time, that's not worrisome at all. It's actually a balance between, your heart and your mind. But the more you kind of proceed here with this energy attached to you, so this is a very influential connection. I don't know what kind of connection it is, but a very influential one if it does that. As you go on and on and on, surrounding yourself by this kind of an energy, you will potentially become this energy. For the Ten of Cups, you get the Ten of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Eight of Cups. Yep. Which ultimately leads to a complete disconnection from your heart. This is quite the transformation here, a little backwards. What is this that influences you in such a way? It's got to be a pretty tight connection to someone here. But yeah, it slowly but surely gets you into the place of disconnecting from your heart. Let's do the Ace of Cups. Yep. For the Ace of Cups, you get the Six of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Justice card. But you don't like that. When you get to that place of, uh-oh, I'm not feeling it anymore. It's like, this doesn't feel good. So you start arguing with yourself there, and you're trying to bring back that balance. And I feel like sometimes you do bring back that balance, but it's hard. It's very, very difficult, you know? It's not as easy as you would think. Let's do the Four of Pentacles in the immediate future. The Page of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Wands. You are very stubborn here in terms of keeping that sense of balance, like going towards whatever it is you're going towards, from your feelings too, because you're feeling like you're losing grasp on that. Yeah, kind of lowering a little bit. If you would have like leveling buttons for both of these energies, the mind one, the practical one, and another button for your heart, I kind of see you twitching at that, being like, okay, you know, this one goes up a little, this one went up too much. Okay, let's try to fix it, you know, let's try to find that right balance. You are very stubborn here to do that. But it is getting to a point where it's becoming so hard that, you know, it's one of those things that's so hard that just, I don't want to do it anymore. So it's kind of like your transition from the way you go about things from your heart into you're starting to get more practical about things, more and more, to the point of you disconnecting completely from your heart. And then there's that struggle to bring your heart back, and it's very, very difficult. For the Eight of Swords, you get the Five of Swords, the World card, the Queen of Wands. And then, okay, let's say you go for a period of time from this perspective of being practical about things. Let's say that it works out, even though I see you struggling with that. But for the sake of this example, let's say 2 weeks, it's perfect. Okay, it's gone. It's okay. At some point in time, getting yourself stuck in that place of practicality will leave room for all sorts of thoughts to come in, for all sorts of fears to come in, because that's the perfect space for fear, your head space, for all sorts of things happening in there. And it's becoming so chaotic at some point that it's like, what the hell am I doing? And you know it's not healthy. You know it's not good for you, you know? So you're coming back very determined to get rid of that completely. Basically, this reading is a path for you to finding that balance where you're not too much in your heart, but not too much in your head. For now, the head space is winning. And I see you trying to come back to fight against that along the way. Sometimes you succeed, sometimes not so much. When not so much, then it becomes a whole lot of a situationship in your mind, you know? Very complicated one at that. This is not great here. Let's do the Empress, the Six of Wands, the High Priestess, the Five of Cups. How the hell did you do that? Because I see you coming right back to, you know, just when you thought you lost it and there's no way in hell you can create that balance, you bring it back just like that. Not even balance, but tuning in completely to yourself. It's like you pull a memory from the past, which is telling me you've done this before. This is not your first rodeo. But then you just do it like that. It's like, oh, I know how to do that. I'll go ahead and do that. I'm like, why didn't you do it, you know, until now? Look at this. Look at what you've been going through here. So I'm not completely sure where this energy came from, but it's like an overnight kind of a thing where you just wake up one day and you feel this isn't working out for me. But you feel that to the point of, I know how to do it, you know, in a different way. So whatever it is you're kind of dealing with at this time, just expect to go through this process as you're dealing with it, where you might find yourself being very, very practical about things. And in the background there's a little Leo coming out trying to add on a little bit of heart to it. But it's quite difficult, so it's still practical at the end of the day. Hello. You're up. You're up and playing. From the universe, you get the Three of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Wands. Yeah. I see you almost trying to delay certain actions that you may want to take, that you may feel you want to take, because I don't see you trusting yourself in this energy, in the sense of knowing that the more you function under the sense of practicality, even though, you think you have clarity, that's a tricky energy to it too. So I almost see you placing things on hold until you find that balance, because that's where you get clarity from, your heart and your headspace. Not only your headspace or only your heart. It's that perfect balance that you're trying to achieve. So again, it almost looks like you're delaying certain things here that you may want to do until you're for sure that you have clarity or / balance between the heart and the headspace. So anyways, interesting, but that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.